Hello and welcome to Mobile Friday. We have a new game today, and it's Wuthering Waves. It just came out this week, and it's #1 in role playing, and it's got some decent ratings. So you and I, let's see what happens when we start it for the first time. Alright, so I'm going to just agree, just to get this over with. Must admit, I don't know much about it, but I know there was some hype about the game on the App Store. It was one of those games you could pre-order or to download when it comes out. It has a photosensitive warning. I was a bit surprised it was up there so short. So, it is downloading without consent. That's not reassuring at all. Only a few 123 megabytes. Now what's it doing? And it's downloading 6.29 gigabytes of data. Again, without warning, without permission. That's not good. There's no video in the background. It's a little bit of music, and the dynamic island is there. So this is an iPhone 14 Pro, so we do have to consider the dynamic island with this game, as well as the corners, because on the screen they're square, but on my phone they're curved, rounded. So what we're going to do is we'll perhaps listen to music for a little bit and then skip ahead to when the download's finished. So as you can see, download finished, and now I have to restart the game. Also something quite unusual. Most games are able to deal with it and then start the game themselves, but we've got to manually do this, so let's see what happens. So it set me back to my phone's home screen. It properly kicked me out. It didn't even take me back to the store page where we were when we started. So already it's making a bad first impression. And that update was 6.2 gigabytes or something like that. And the game 3.12. So essentially the downloader was like 312 and we just downloaded the whole game. That's what it feels like. Alright then, so let's see what happens when we start the game for a second time. Hopefully there might be like an opening video or something now. Again, photosensitive warning, but no warning about downloads. At least Solo Leveling, the game we did last week, told us it's going to download data, warned us about it, said hey, download it off the internet, and there's no video out. It's stopped. Well, my screen is like a frame a second at the moment. And it's saying hotfix complete at the bottom with the same music playing, same background playing, and now it's compiling shaders. So that's what it does on PC as well. I think PS5 does that as well, and Series X, where they compile it now instead of doing it in game. But again, there's no fluidness to the background whatsoever. that same background we had before, we are looking at a handful of frames per second happening. Music didn't change either, not from what I can tell. We're still compiling shaders, we're at 46%. There's only been one other game that I've tried to do a review on that the video output stopped working on. So we'll have to see what happens here. Still compiling shaders. What I might do is I might... Oh, the screen dimmed. Yeah, it's getting a little warm. Also, it says compiling shader, whereas it has to be many shaders. It's just a little English thing there. Okay, so we just zoomed. See, that's weird. I don't have the Kuro Games sign in on my screen. It's on the monitor. So how I record this out to TV so I can see what's happening. So I can compare what I see on my screen and what you see on your screen. Dynamic Island doesn't seem to do anything. I'm touching the screen where I think the box is. Oh, it doesn't work. Huh. Okay, I am going to quit this game and go back in and see what happens. And it's back. That's weird. Because the only other game, I think it was Lightning Princess, I could never get it to work, and I talked to the developers about it and they couldn't get it to work either. Whereas here, just simply backing out fixed it. So we are seeing the same thing. And yes, it is that giant on my screen as well. Is there no option just to guest sign in? There isn't. Well, there's a Dynamic Island. I am going to register, so I'll see you in a minute. Yep, so I signed in using Apple, so it's going to keep my email anonymous. Yeah, I'm in Asia. That's probably the right thing to do there. A few regions. So it says at the bottom there, tap to land in Solaris 3. I'm going to have a look at tools, just see if they're like options. Nope. It's strange that that's there, but never mind. Alright, so Dynamic Island's there. It's flashy. Rover from afar. Your name is... Do I go with my usual Albion? Let's see if that works. Cell 3, the third planet from the sun. If you're going to have that much text on screen, you better keep it there so we can read it. Alright then, we're finally getting into the game. It's like 18 minutes into this video. Ooh. Yeah, it looks impressive on my screen as well. Unfortunately, with 14 Pro, it's Lightning port out to HDMI, so it's never going to be quite as good as the new ones with the 15s with the USB-C out. You get more bitrate out. So what I'm seeing is better than what you're going to see, I'm afraid. Unless I upgrade my phone, that's going to be the case. So I got kind of better colours. But for the most part, what you got's decent. Visually stunning, and the music's quite cool as well. This might be difficult on YouTube to upload. Thankfully I upload on a high bit rate, so hopefully you'll do alright and you will see what I'm seeing. Yeah. On my screen that sunlight was really nice and bright. I wonder what my user ID's on the screen for. That'll be blurred in the video, so don't worry.
You're awake. Let me see. Let me see. Thank goodness you're awake, or I'll have to try my last-ditch move.
Ah, the bars in the way of the subtitles.
Lesson 1, CPR.
That's a mistake I haven't seen in a long time.
Never did it on any living person.
They could have easily put that to the left or right, or even top.
Sorry, you just woke up and here I am chatting up a storm.
Dynamic Island's there.
Are you all right? Do you feel any discomfort?
So we got on the top right, what, a play button and something else. I'm not too sure what these do. They're not labelled. I guess that's autoplay.
You can call me Trisha, and she's Yang Yang.
If we don't have a choice of what we can say, it's a little strange that our character isn't voiced then, in comparison to everyone else.
Your attire doesn't seem local. Are you a roving traveler from afar, or someone returning home?
Rover, yeah, I didn't understand that before either. Now from England,
So
Rover is a car.
you don't know why you're here, where you're from, or who you are. Baisha didn't tell us you'd have these after effects when you wake up.
At least the lip sync seems to be matching the English, that's cool. There's a couple of games I've done recently that hasn't quite worked.
The wind has brought us a warning. The Aetheric Sea is converging. It seems a new tacit field is taking shape.
Yeah, what do you mean? A lot of new words there.
It's probably gonna get dangerous here soon. I knew it. Our gourds are out of service because of the Aetheric Sea's influence. We can't send or receive messages for help now. We better hurry over to meet up with Baiju at our gathering spot and get out of here. Guess you really can't recall a thing, but don't worry. If you got any questions, we can talk as we move. Yang Yang and I will give you the full scoop.
You see how
every
it's
little
above the
detail
bar
from the
now?
get-go.
Seems like
Rover,
this is how it should be, not how it was before when the bar was in the way. You can see the arrows also pointing above the bar, kind of interacting with it, acknowledging that it's on screen.
We shouldn't stay here. If you don't have other plans, how about leaving with us for now?
Sure.
Oh, that's great. Let's go together.
So we're going to take control now. Yep.
Rover, I know you can't remember a thing, but there's one thing I'm 90%, no, 100% sure about you. You must be a resonator too. You've got a tacit mark on the back of your hand, and you have a gourd. This is proof you're a resonator.
The text box.
Your gourd's design looks a bit different from the ones
You got to
use,
manually
though.
move
Also,
it.
we have resonators who can detect the formation of tacit fields nearby, like what Yang Yang just did.
I want to click
She can
resonators.
all
Tell me what it
kinds
is.
of information by reading the streams in the wind. That's her resonance ability. While I couldn't feel a thing.
Okay, so
Plus,
the right
not
side's
many people
camera.
are gonna hang out in the wilderness these days, unless they're resonators.
The dynamic island was right next to it, so carefully placed. There was a lot of lore just given to us there. I'm pressing up, but it's not doing anything. I've got to do up again, have I? So you got to press up to hit the wall, or climb the wall, and press up to actually start climbing it. Yeah, so it comes out of the dynamic island. It's a nice effect. The controls are not quite what I'm expecting. See, I'm pushing up. Well, it feels like I'm pushing up, but it's not like that initial move away from where I'm pushing.
It may seem all nice and quiet here now, but you never know when a tacit discord might pop up out of nowhere. Oh my! Speak of the devil!
Yeah, why? What does it want me to do? Oh. Oh, I tapped the resonance skill by mistake. There was an accident that activated. I do like how the sword's floating behind us. Very flashy combo. But we're not locking on to the other character.
Strike from the shadows.
Bravo! So you still remember how to fight despite having forgotten everything? Wow! Watch me lead the charge next time. No one messes with Ma Xiao I mean, Chisha.
Ah, hint of something else in the story there. Is this... Yeah, you can move the D-pad anywhere you like. Oh, you can touch, I think, on the left side anywhere. And this is the right side of the camera. It does look nice. That's a cool dragon statue. Yeah, every now and then it just seems the camera, when you let go and attack, touch it again, it does seem to push you in the other way.
What's wrong? Are you injured from the fight?
I think I remember something, yeah.
You saw our sentinel in your memories?
Did she just guess that?
Yes, the one we built this statue for. The Oracle Engine Sentinel in Zhenzhou. There is one capital and 6 cities in Huanglong, with each city having its own sentinel. While they share some similarities in appearance, there are also differences. The sentinel in Zhenzhou is known as Jue, manifesting in the form of a long, like the statue you just saw.
I do like how there's like subtitles in English to explain what they're saying. So the long above it said dragon.
You were standing face to face with our sentinel? One can hardly see our sentinel with their own eyes. Most people only get the chance during the appointment ceremonies. According to your description, you stood pretty close. Only the sentinel's appointed resonator is allowed in its proximity. For now, that person is the magistrate of Zhenzhou.
Not my imagination. I was pretty sure I was there.
Darn! That must be an elite class! Chuzia might be in danger. Rover, please.
I'm not too sure how much of the speech was actually automated like I wanted it to be.
The end has
Whoa.
come.
It's just a new button, so I pressed it. Yeah, it's frozen on my screen too. New button, press it. Oh, okay, so we're switching characters.
Swift and resolute.
Well, it looks like the cooldowns might be shared. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of slowdown. Remember, this is a 14 Pro. I wouldn't say it's that old.
No hesitation. Moment of resonance.
Okay, so the health bar is not shared. That's what I wanted to check just there. Tap to view tutorials. Tap where? In the middle of what? You know, it's... If you're going to do some flashy stuff like that, you've got to give us an opportunity to read them. Yeah, I saw the crate.
Something you need?
I don't know. Open backpack. Okay. Again, dynamic island is right up against it. It's not that bad. At least we get information. And at the top it says what each of these things are. That's quests, resources, valuables, basic and weapons. Okay. There's also a little bit of popping with some of the flowers, grass. I've noticed it here and there. Not hugely an issue. It's like when the camera quickly zooms out. I've noticed it, that you can see things still appearing. Let's switch back to our guy. At least that's fluid. I think it could be a little bit more flashy. You almost want to be able to zoom out a little bit so you can see more of the world.
So well. I didn't even get a chance to help, and Yang Yang just rushed over to protect you like a Anyway, Yang Yang was trying to shield you, and then bam!
You've got
The
a sword.
Discord was taken care of before I could get a good look.
Can we equip that?
Yeah.
It says upgrade on the bottom right. So let's see if the game's going to teach us about upgrade equipping. I think it's going to be top right.
We're almost there. The place where we said we'd meet with Baija. She's the resonator I've been talking about. Baija can heal with her resonance ability, and we found you together at the bottom of the gorge. Baija did some... See? There's a resonance beacon over there. When you see a beacon,
Where?
be sure to register and activate it.
Oh, I
It's
can see
usually
that
safe
back
within
there.
a 5-meter radius of a beacon. It can protect you from danger sometimes.
Makes you wonder if that
Could you hand me your terminal for a
red
moment?
stuff was something that popped in later texture-wise.
Its design and system version are different from ours, but your terminal still has the data transfer and other basic functions.
So that was also weird coming up that hill. We were skipping conversations because the conversations seemed to have been set at points. So when you cross a point, you got a new conversation. Ideally, if the game was wanting to do that, instead of letting us run at our own speed and break the conversation, break it all, the game should do it for us. Hook us up with the other people, and we walk up together and they talk and walk. Perhaps even pointing out some of the treasure chests. There's a beacon, there's a spider web, so let's see if we got spider web coming. Okay, that automatically picked it up for us. I don't mind that nice little bit of drops there. I tell you, my phone is noticeably hot.
Almost at the gorge's entrance.
I'm wondering if we're going to get screen
But if your terminal's glider
dimming
module
even
still
more.
works, it will make things
Wait, it'll make what easier?
Once you're out of the gorge, there's only a short walk to reach Jinzhou.
You see, there's still some popping, ever so slightly.
Jinzhou is the safest place around here. The resonance nexus provides coverage for the whole city. Besides, we've got a protective barrier and strong fortifications. Right?
Jinzhou sits between the Desert Highland and the Norfolk Barrens. It's a border city and a fortress. It's very crucial to the safety of Huanglong.
Huh? We've agreed to meet up with Bai Zhe here. Where is she?
There's no music for me either. And now there is.
This is the center of the Etheric Sea.
It very much felt like something was
Tacet field?
loaded in then. Nothing was happening. Oh, that was cool.
When did it show up? It wasn't here when we just got here.
But I didn't sense a hint of a Tacet Field's presence.
So it appeared while we weren't looking? Like in the blink of an eye? Or maybe the Etheric Sea can tell where we are. Could it be following us?
The center of the Tacet Field.
See, we've had no hint. It's us saying we're going to do this, but we ourselves haven't had this hint that this is happening. Oh, now we can.
Isn't that Bai Zhe? Bai Zhe! Bai Zhe!
We're too far away. Perhaps she can't hear us.
Why is she there?
We agreed to meet up around here, and she said she was off to collect some samples. Gosh, did she really go straight into the heart of a Tacet Field for that?
Bai Zhe wouldn't take such risks without careful consideration. Freshly formed Tacet Fields go through a dormant period. The faster a Tacet Field forms, the longer its dormant period lasts. For now, this Tacet Field should be safe.
Oh, that's a bit small. So we don't know really what Discords are, so I'm not going to say that. Bait? Why would it be bait then? That's an interesting thing to say. Let's check it.
True. Who could have set the bait then?
Oh, I don't know, this is all a bit much. Discord, why not?
Some Tacet Discords can parrot human speech and behavior, namely the Whisperins. I doubt whether they can imitate a real person to this extent, though.
Yeah, it stopped for me as well. Oh, wow. The whole conversation seemed a little bit pointless.
The glider can't carry us beyond the Tacet Field's range. Besides, Bai Zhe is there. We'll have to go down and see what is going on.
What
Now
glider?
it's time to use a glider module. Rover, let me help you activate it.
Move to the cliff edge. I'm here. Now what? Again, you kind of want it to be zoomed out just a little bit more so you could see a bit more.
Bai Zhe! Bai Zhe! We're in
Yeah,
a
I can hear
dormant
that.
Tacet Field, right? Why did you come here, Bai Zhe? You know we... Huh?
You are all right, it seems.
Yeah, he was super energetic. Handled a super big TD. Way more spirited than me.
Yes. There we go. Trying to catch up with itself. Yeah, my phone is quite hot actually. I'm trying to keep my fingers away from the middle. Just holding it close to the edge as I can. because the middle of my phone is. It's the hottest it's been for quite a few videos. Even solo leveling and was it Valde? It didn't feel this hot. But the screen doesn't feel like it's dimmed either. Well, it's dimmed once, but it hasn't dimmed all the way yet.
Baija is just concerned about your condition. She must think we shouldn't be letting you move around that much, since you've just regained consciousness.
I guess I'm alright.
This isn't the place for talking. Let's go.
Well, I guess it's activated. And they're going to be incapacitated, which means we're going to have to face this by ourselves. Oh, the stutter's ruined it. That was going to be a much more epic introduction if that stutter didn't get in the way. There doesn't seem to be a way to lock the camera on this guy. Or on anyone. Oh, now there is. I'm pressing the button during this section to hope to avoid whilst the camera catches up with me. Yeah, that sounded distant to me as well.
Rover is with me, and that strange tacit discord is here too.
It's the tacit discord's ability. Be careful.
Go, you can work like that, that's nice. Oh, this is really difficult with this camera and this lag. So I'm trying to switch to preserve my health as best I can. Oh, level up. It defaulted to the wrong character at that moment. That's a shame.
Swift and resolute. The end has come.
It's all nice and flashy, just not as fluid as you would like. Again, button on screen, I pressed it before I knew what it was I'd done. Come on, keep up with me, come on.
Let me be your blade.
Basically after a few attacks I'm just trying to dodge. Seems like one of the better ways to get around how this is playing. Oh, defaults me for this move.
Yang Yang! Rover! Are you alright? Are you hurt? Oh, thank goodness. We could see that darn
Looks
area,
like top left we could skip this if we wanted to.
I'm fine too. I've never seen such a formidable tacit discord before, but Rover was able to completely defeat it.
Yeah, the heat of my phone is really uncomfortable at the back there. We did do it together.
Didn't really do much. It was all thanks to you, Rover. That's strange. This place isn't known to be so dangerous.
Anyway, come check this out.
I'm pretty sure my screen has dimmed during that fight, because it does feel darker than it was, but not fully dark yet. And what is this? Come on, don't let me guess.
Oh, this is an echo.
Wow, an echo of the elite class. Someone got lucky today.
My apologies. We got a little carried away. Does reverberation or echo ring a bell to you, Rover?
Nope.
Everything in our world is made up of frequencies, and every sound generates a reverberation. Those echoes are the lingering reverberations of tacit discords after they disintegrate. We can absorb them into the databanks in our Pangu terminals.
Oh, by Pangu Terminal, she means the gourd-shaped device every resonator has, developed by researchers in Guanlong. But you see, it's not always we get to find these. Also, there's a limit to what your gourd can absorb.
Absorption is only possible when your databank's level is equal to or higher than the tacit discord's level. The terminal can then convert its reverberation into an echo for use in battle.
Ah, kind of maybe like a summon.
My terminal issued a warning when it detected that tacit discord earlier. It should at least be an Overlord class. Rover, would you mind checking your databank level?
If we're already that higher
For that. Rover,
level,
why don't you just
kind of
try
makes you wonder
absorbing it with your terminal?
how much higher we're going to get in the game. Is it going to be a little ridiculous, perhaps?
Oh, so it doesn't work.
Yeah, why happens if we can't absorb it?
It won't take long before the reverberations disappear and the etheric sea vanishes. Once that happens, the resonance beacon signals will come back. The tacit field will dissipate, biding time for its next resurgence. We'll need to report the unusual phenomena here to the City Hall and the Academy. Let's make our exit.
No. So we really can't absorb it. So we're strong, but our gourd isn't, for some reason.
I'm starving.
Whoa. Are we the gourd? Or is that going to be our ability? Like how they talked about earlier, how one of the characters has a healing ability, one of the others has a way to read the wind and
What kind of power
get that
is
field.
Rover, you've been playing the fool all along?
It talked to us, didn't it? Oh,
I've never seen a resonance ability quite like this. You got any other tricks up your sleeve? Like eating a whole tacit discord? Grilling echoes alive?
yeah, I have no idea what happened.
Could it be related to your lost memories? Can you recall anything now?
That would be one interesting mechanic if we get smarter or remember the past by doing
Rover, are you
things like
feeling
this.
all right? Any discomfort? Could it be the side effect of fighting that tacit discord? Daiju, can we take Rover to do a checkup at Huashu Academy's Resonance Medical Department?
Yeah, let's do a checkup because all sorts of stuff all happening.
Daiju?
Absorbing echoes with the human body is not entirely unprecedented.
Oh,
With a human body.
are they not
I
human?
remember Comprehensive Mirror for Historians mentioned this in the Huanglong section's opening. A celestial being descended, commanding the Tiankun's boundless power. Assuming mortal form, they condensed the primordial essence, creating Pangu. Cleaving heaven and earth apart, they aligned the celestial and terrestrial. Their radiance encompassed the four corners. Thus began the illustrious annals of Huanglong, as provinces were first demarcated.
And again, you got to scroll, I think, yourself. Oh no, it's not even letting me scroll that. That text is just missing at the bottom there. Yeah, what's that mean?
There was a very strong person way back, like they held the whole universe right in their hands. As there was no terminal in those days, they absorbed the tacit discords with their bare hands. And the TD they absorbed was the most powerful of all. That person turned it into the first echo ever. Then they used the power of that echo to rebuild the world, sort out the laws, and that's how the history of Huanglong began.
Yeah, you know a lot about history.
Actually,
I don't want to
no,
assume that
I
I'm
hope they
the
were
hero
so.
yet.
Those were just some old tales my parents used to tell me, kind of like the Sentinel's appointment thing. Yang Yang's got an impressive memory for the ancient texts. Me, I just happen to roughly remember what the story's about. Whether it's true or not, that story happened a long time ago, when Jinzhou didn't even exist. Could it be that Rover's like the great, 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 great granddaddy of us all?
Let's not jump to conclusions without enough
Yeah, I didn't want to
data
jump
and
to a
proper
conclusion either.
analysis.
You know, so far we haven't even come across options yet. If we get the options, there's a chance we could reduce the settings to try and make it run better. But we're still kind of like in the tutorial of the game. So no options means I can't try to make it run smoother. Also, there's not been a hint as to what the save thing is. And the user ID is still in the bottom right of the phone. The final number
Wait, the signal's
is
back.
just right where the screen starts to curve. So yes, it's built around the phone,
This is a holographic
but
message to all of Jinzhou from the city
why is it on default? People who stream mobile games are going to be possibly in trouble here because people could take that user ID and try to take their account.
My fellow soldiers and citizens, I apologize for any inconvenience caused. I am Jin Shi, the As the moon-chasing festival approaches, our city welcomes visitors from around the world. The festivities are highly anticipated by our people, and I too share in this joyful sentiment. Jingzhou has always been a crucial defense against the tacit discord outbreaks, safeguarding Huanglong. We have a heavy responsibility on our shoulders with no room for retreat or failure. It is the dedication of our warriors, along with the diligence of our citizens, that has allowed us to thrive in peace and prosperity.
So rather than a message, it comes across more as a sales pitch.
Steadfast and hospitable to visitors. Upholding our
Even in this
enduring
section, there's
traditions.
stuttering. So this is in-game
With
cutscene.
that in mind, I have a favor to ask. Among our many visitors, there is one visitor that holds utmost importance to me.
Okay, so this
the
is
city
definitely
of
just
Jinzhou,
a general
and the
message.
entirety of Huanglong. We have awaited your arrival for a long time. Given the circumstances, you may be feeling bewildered at this time. You should have noticed some strange happenings related to you. If you plan to stay in Jinzhou for some time, I would be more than delighted to personally meet you in the City Hall of Jinzhou. While I cannot guarantee to provide all the answers you need, I will do my best to assist you and provide necessary permissions, if applicable.
Missions for what?
This is only my personal request. You can decide your course of action in any way you see
I wonder if
fit.
that's actually true. If we could just say no.
Therefore, I request the people and soldiers of Jinzhou to assist this esteemed visitor when the opportunity
Do
arises.
we really think it's going to be us, that visitor, or is there like a double bluff that that's actually someone else?
Why do I get this feeling?
This person our magistrate was talking about.
As Rover.
Too early to tell. Let's play the innocent fool for now.
Now you're talking a little like Bijou, Rover.
Hey, that ain't the point, okay?
What are your plans now, Rover?
No, yeah, let's go and meet them.
I remember you had a flashback of yourself looking into its eyes when you saw the statue of our sentinel. We can't confirm its authenticity, but based on the magistrate's message, it seems Zhenzhou has a lot to do with your past.
Well, that feels like a bit of a leap.
Whether you were the visitor our magistrate mentioned or not, you are surely important to Zhenzhou, and you will be our important
Friend! We've already entrusted our lives to each other. I've never seen so many TDs packed together. And that elite one was so scary. Well, you did get rid of most of them. Anyway, once we're back in Jinzhou, I'll treat you that famous specialty from Panhua's restaurant.
Yeah, let's head to the city. Like, we haven't even got the ability to equip anything new to our character. We've got items, but the game hasn't showed us how to do any item equipping. I'm pretty sure.
It would be best for your well-being to have a thorough physical examination once we.
Now, if we just click the head on top right, that'll probably be it.
Side effects following the absorption of that echo. We cannot rule out the possibility of.
Yeah, we've got to manually scroll that text.
Given our lack of data on you and your unusual physical signs, I suggest absorbing another reverberation with your terminal when we find one. That being said, please be sure to proceed cautiously.
Yeah, don't go too hard on yourself. You should get a checkup just to be safe. Besides, Yang Yang's very worried about you. I'm gonna get you one you can absorb. I never go back on my promise.
Well, there's a boss
Your
here. Let's
hero
give that a go.
Chisha's on the hunt.
And let's hope the combat is a little bit more fluid this time. But already we've had a couple of issues. Oh wow, that did more damage than I anticipated.
Swift and resolute. The end has come.
I'm going to leave an echo. Okay, let's try it then. No, I thought they wanted us to use the gourd.
Can you reenact what you did before?
I feel nothing.
Maybe you can only absorb the powerful ones with your body. Or does it have to be a certain type of tacit discord?
Well, our hand did say hungry before.
Or maybe we should give your terminal a whirl.
How do we do that then? I got no button for terminal on the screen. So how do I do that? Go to it? Absorb.
Yay! It worked!
Oh wow, that's really tiny text. Even on.
Before, but it sure is working just
Well, I
fine.
wanted to touch that. Equip an echo to unlock new skill. So we've got the golem. Equip. Transform and full up striking shield. So our gourd thing, I think we got that used up 10 out of 30. Well, this says cost 3 of 8, so I don't know what that means. But again, we're here. The game could also say other things. But auto equip is useful. You saw how long that delay was there? Okay, back out of that. I want to follow the tutorial, so if it's not going to tell me how to do something, that's the game's own fault.
Your terminal's got a different look, but the functions are pretty much the same.
No, okay, looks cool. So it wants to defeat 2 TDs, and conveniently, here we go. Oh, these are quite attacking. Oh man, if the game was a little bit more fluid, that would look really cool. Ah, okay. And a dodge again. Basically, I'm just trying to dodge.
Let me be your blade.
To try and avoid all this.
Storm, hear my command.
Oh man, ew. The audio is breaking up, the frame rate's all over the place.
Swift and resolute.
Okay, again, I still want a little bit more zoom out if I'm honest. There's optional beacon somewhere. Okay, we're near the end of this video. I've got to see if there's an option somewhere here. That was the top right. We got all these. Bottom right, the cog, volume, graphics. Graphics are on medium. Current setup for smooth play. Frame rate 3 seconds. Medium. No medium. FSR. You shouldn't need that. We're on 30 frames per second. I guess let's try and kick it to 60, see if that'll help. But look at all this the game hasn't pointed us to. It definitely needs a better tutorial, that's for sure.
Moment of rest.
See, it does feel a lock on, you silly thing.
One with the sounds. An unexpected discovery.
See, it does feel quicker already. But again, it feels slower when the drops happen. And there's so much texture popping. I honestly can't recommend this for anyone with anything less than a iPhone 15.
I sense your weakness.
Let me be your blade. Tempest. Let the winds roar.
Oh man, I wonder if this is on PS4. I'm gonna have to give this a go on PS4.
Swift and resolute. One with the sounds.
So I imagine these games tend to come out on PS4, PS5, and PC and phone at the same time. I'm guessing this is a save point. One of the problems with mobile games in general tends to be that there's no clear indication what's a save point, what isn't. Like, what are these? Are they pointing me in the direction? They might be. Also, there was no loading between zones. But still. Wait, what's this? I don't know. Yeah, with a nice, beautiful look like this, you kind of want it to zoom out, but I can't see. Oh, I can zoom in. But that's about as far as I can zoom out before the screen doesn't like it. Alright, boss time. wants us to absorb, but let's try and defeat the bosses first.
Sounds come forth.
So it's 10 or 30 again. I wonder if that was referring not to how much we can store, but perhaps something. Why is? Never mind. Or perhaps for that particular monster. So once we get enough, that monster's page levels up. Kind of like Legends Arceus. Well, you did. Oh, come on now. Well, I picked it up, whatever it was. Let's get to the city and let's call it a day, because this is getting annoying and the video is getting long. See, she's talking, but
Look! Jinzhou City's...
yeah, that's the thing. It needs better pacing. Or it needs to manage the storytelling better. Do you see that animal on the log? Was it looking at us?
Rover?
There you are.
My dearest. Seed of fate.
Ooh. Something's gonna happen.
Alrighty, what should we do next? Shall we go grab a bite?
Well, like I said, we're gonna end the video here. So, what can I say? It's the first week, but you'd hope that the basic would run, and it's just not running smooth at all. Wuthering Waves also has thrown a lot of story, a lot of lore at us very, very quickly, and it's not very well paced with what's happening in game. The opening needs a little bit of work. The technology, the graphics, the engine, whatever it is, needs work as well. It feels like it's a little bit early for this game. And if you don't have anything stronger than a 14 Pro, then I wouldn't recommend it either, because it just doesn't run well. It's audio issues, graphical issues, there's stuttering, there's pop-in, and the whole issues we had at the beginning where I couldn't get video out, or it somehow defaulted to using two screens, which was bizarre. I've never seen that before. So yeah, there is something here though, but it just needs a little bit of work, a little bit of better pacing. If you're going to have audio trigger at certain points, make it so we don't run through those points and miss the audio or trigger the next audio during the previous audio. Oh god, my phone is so hot. It really is. I'm pretty sure the screen's dimmed twice. It's not the dimmest it could be, but it is dim. And I don't usually start these videos full brightness either. I usually start these videos about 75-80% on my phone screen. So we're under 50 for sure. Dynamic Island is fine. They work around that fine. But the bar at the bottom gets in the way at certain points. But everything else works well within the screen. Oh man, this is kind of one of those games where I wouldn't recommend playing it now. But if you download it and see that it gets patched in the next couple of days or next week, then maybe then might be the time to pop in and play it. But until it gets patched, I don't think I can recommend it. And it was so rude about the extra update. It just did it, no permission, no warning, it just took the update. And then we ourselves had to manually restart the game. I genuinely can't think of the last game I did that. You can watch through all these videos. I don't cut them, edit them, you see what I see. Unless the update's a long time, then I will cut that for brevity, but I don't think I can remember one of the videos we've done where we've had such a manual restart situation. If you've played this on a different system or a 15 Pro, please tell me in the comments, how did it go? Did it work well? I really would be interested to know. But until the next Mobile Friday video, or until I see you checking out some of the other videos, playlists, or YouTube shorts, or maybe I'll see you over at Ko-fi. As a small YouTube channel, we get no money from YouTube. But with Ko-fi, we can get PayPal donations, and we've got some subscription tiers, so maybe one of them will interest you. But whenever I see you again, please take care.